Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I'm making this video today to go over basically what I'm looking at for tomorrow, for Tuesday. Tomorrow is a holiday, so maybe even tonight into tomorrow on the future side of things. So I am looking at crude oil and gold, and so I just wanted to look at the chart. So right here, this is where I was looking at things way back in December. And you can kind of see I had these little things and it broke out and just kind of went on this tear. Came all the way back up. This is the high for 2025, sitting up here at this 79.46. And then we just come back down. This is on a 2-hour time frame. So anyway, right here is where I am looking at it again. And there's a few things I'm looking at. Firstly, I want this RSI to come back down, so I'm looking at this to come into this area, this entry area, into here, where I'll place my stop loss around the 69.50 area, right there. So entry area, and when it happens, I'm going to take it. Maybe it happens tonight, into tonight, maybe it happens tomorrow. So, and I'm looking for it to break this, and maybe a first target here at 72, and hopefully a breakout out of the trend line, and back into this, and I can take second profit at 73. So I'm looking at this in my Tradeify account to hopefully pull myself out of this hole. I'm going to go in with 2 contracts. I'm also looking at this for my this account, and so here I want to get all my account numbers away. Jeez, what are you doing? Anyway, so this one is about $28 away from getting blown, and I was so close. I was, as you can see, like 260, 70 bucks away from passing it before I had the 2 bad days. But anyway, so I got another one. This one I'm right here. So I'm looking at it for this one. I'll go in with 3 contracts. So that's that. So I've got this on 2000 tick for 20 days. And you can just kind of see this downward panel. A lot of it due to the tariffs, geopolitical news, which is really what you're going to be trading oil. Right now, you have to be watching that. So I am looking for it to come down. How far does it come down? It could come down farther than even where I'm looking at the buy zone, which is even better for it to have a bounce back. So this is the 21 EMA, and like I said, this is 20 days back, and you can see again, I'm kind of looking for it to come down. I wanted my stop here, but if it comes, if it hits this, stop here. If it comes down below, even better. And you can see that on, that's how I was showing it here. So I have a retest zone here, which goes back to the earlier in December that I was showing you. So it could potentially come down to this 68.70, 68.50 zone. So I will adjust accordingly for my trade. Now, if it comes all the way down here, let's put it to a daily. And we can see here we had some major support levels, and those were back in November. And this was kind of, you can see after the election news. And we had all this, and then December really just took off with, I think, tariffs news and Trump going to be in office. And there we go. So this is kind of what we're looking at on a daily here. You can see that directly down, and now we're into this ascending wedge pattern. So does it come all the way down to here? Again, do we test that, or do we just test this original ascending or descending wedge pattern that I was looking at that broke out? So that is what I'm looking at here on micro crude oil. Next, I'm looking at gold, which obviously has been up near all-time highs. And you can see we kind of tested, almost tested it, and bang. So for me, I've got some buy zones down in here. And even if we come back and test this, which is back at the end of January, obviously, I think it's bullish. Crude is a little bit different, like I said, but I think gold is ultimately long-term bullish. So with that sell-off, that I believe a lot of people are going to be looking to buy anywhere up under 3,000 now at this rate, because I think gold will hit 3,000 before summer, within summer. So I also have this pulled up here as well. And you can see kind of where I'm thinking. If it goes down to here, cool as well. Buy zone. If it just rips up tonight, tomorrow, I might just take some scalping trades off of that before maybe it comes back down, but maybe this is the big pullback. Maybe this is where everyone's going to buy it up come tonight at 6 p.m. So that's what I'm looking at with that. And I just wanted to go over this because, again, I'm fooling around with ChatGPT, and I just plugged in. I wanted this, strategy for micro crude oil. So it's just funny how, I had to add VWAP, blah, blah, blah. And it's just funny it came up with this. And so, you know what? I made the levels, or, they're close to my levels, and it's got a, great strategy. Obviously, it's like you do this, enter at this. You take profit, you take profit. Gives you little tips. I mean, it's like perfect for someone that's like, hey, I'm a new trader. I'm gonna fool around with ChatGPT and see if it'll help me trading by just asking it to give me this strategy. And literally it works. Yeah, so it gives you another one in case this happens. You get the breakout retest right here. And the ultimate confirmation, obviously, with my favorite, the RSI divergence. And then it's like, want a checklist? And I'm like, sure. So it literally gives you the checklist, do this, execute it, manage the trade, pro tips. Oh, here's your trade journal to also keep track of it. So pretty nifty, pretty cool. I just wanted to point that out with Chat GPT. This is, like I said, just a free version. Yeah, here's the setup right here. You're looking at in the time frame, you're looking at probably like a 5-minute time frame to find the divergence. And then get in to ride it for like a 30-minute, hopefully, or an hour candle. So let's see if you were to do that. I mean, I don't know if I can find a divergence here now, but anyway, that's the ultimate setup. Right here was one. So a pretty big one here. So this made a lower low, but on the RSI it made a higher high. So we had a lower low here, but that made a higher high. So if we look here, if price makes a lower low, RSI makes a higher low, expect a strong reversal. Look for price to reclaim a 21 EMA. So I'm like, oh, let's say you're watching this. And you're like, wait, price makes a lower low. Oops. Price makes a lower low here, but the divergence made a higher low. Also, I would have been looking at, if I was paying attention to this on Friday, I would have been looking at this. Oops. I would have been looking at that. You know, looking for that breakout. And it did. Yeah, so you have lots of confirmations there. How many would you have gotten points out of this? You know, so let's then look at it in a 15-minute candle. So you would have been able to ride that a half hour. So a half hour. So you would have entered. The heck? I lost it. The heck? Alright, go back to the 15. Right here. So yeah, you would have entered it and you would have gotten potentially like 30 points, let's say. Right? So, you know, good 30-point trade. Right there, just looking for that. Alright, so that's my plan for crude here to be watching it. And I will be watching crude and gold tonight. Also silver. Why don't we just look at silver real quick? Because this is kind of interesting. It's been in this huge range. Kind of dips below the range. It comes back up. So we had this, you know, again, this huge pop. And then immediately Friday, everything just dumped. Really, I think it was geopolitical news and everything with tariffs and whatever. So that's the way you trade with Trump trading in office. So anyway, that's that. I'm kind of watching this. Um, maybe that's a short, you know, tonight or coming up this week. But anyway, not really watching it, but just looking at it. So anyway, thanks for watching my video. Have a great weekend.